just realized Stone VOD has been going this whole time. Let's do that there. Oh, sweet. I do get a stream preview. Mobile dashboard. That reminds me I should plug this in. Okay. Let's see now. Send that there. Let's go here. Do like everything. I have to remember all 5 million places that I have to update. Alright, cool. What do you mean live unstable? Average bitrate set too high? Did I? Should be correct. What if I throw it into that? Is that gonna fix it? I mean, it looks fine. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's okay. I don't know why it says stable. Average stream bitrate too high. Too high? What do you mean it's too high? Can I not change that? Okay, I guess I can't change it while I'm streaming. That's kind of dumb. I don't know. I mean, the preview looks fine. So as long as the preview is fine, then I guess it's okay. Yo, what's up, Glitch? How's it going? I'm gonna need your help. I need you to tell me if the stream looks good, if it sounds good, and also what the ad situation is, because I'm like fairly certain ads are a thing now. Okay, let me know if you're witnessing ads. Just got out of them now. Oh god. Okay. I tried to turn them off as much as I possibly could. So the fact that you just got ads is not a good thing. It's not fantastic. So disable pre-roll ads. Oh, okay. So I have to run mid-roll ads in order for the pre-roll ads to be disabled. Okay, whatever. I'll deal with that later. Anyway, let me know if it sounds good, if it looks good. I was getting issues with my bitrate, although it looks like it somewhat fixed itself. So we should be looking good. I do have different internet. My download speed is not quite as fast. But my upload speed should be fine. So we should be okay. But if anything happens, let me know. And hopefully I'll be able to see it on my little dashboard thing here. But we also get access to fun things like gambling. So I can start polls and what's the other thing? Prediction. That's what it is. I suggest going with mid-roll since they don't off-put new viewers and let there be breaks. I agree. So I don't know. I probably shouldn't show this stuff on stream, but like I have to run mid-roll ads. Pre-roll ads notification. So like my very first stream here, it's gonna force pre-roll ads because oh, what? No, I can do this. Hang on. I'm messing with my ad settings, so hopefully it doesn't actually start running ads. What do you mean partially fully disabled? Oh, okay. So I have to do this. Add length and frequency. Can I? I'm not allowed to change that. Okay. Okay, so now pre-roll ads should be disabled. I don't know if it updates my ad stuff midstream, but I think I updated it because you're right. Yo, what's up, Enmy? How's it going? Stonebot misinterpreted the exclamation point spam as you trying to say a command. That's funny. Yeah, the emotes turned out really well. They should all be free, so you shouldn't have to subscribe to get any of them. I'm pretty sure I am full up on free emotes though, so if we do add any more, I'm gonna have to decide which ones you're gonna have to subscribe for. But for now, you don't have to sub. I did have to turn on mid-roll ads. 90th try. Yeah, that was hilarious. So, because it was Literat's idea to do the first try thing, and then I asked Glitch to make the first try, and then they responded with both first try and 90th try, and I was like, that's genius. All right. Anyway, what did I want to talk about other than the ad stuff? Because like, so I set it to run a 30-second ad every 10 minutes, which is not ideal because usually a speedrun takes like 15 to 16 minutes on a good attempt. So that would mean that I'm basically forcing an advertisement in the middle of a speedrun, which is not great, but I don't want to mess with the settings too much. I thought I could just disable all the ads, but it doesn't work like that. Yo, what's up, Literate? Why did I know you were gonna stream? I don't know. Maybe because I hinted at it earlier today, like 5 hours ago. I called it 4 hours ago. Exactly. All right. So we're doing speedruns. I kind of debated on what I wanted to do today, but I think I did land on speedrunning because why not? Okay, can I do this? Can I switch while it's like in performance mode? Hang on, let me. Oh, I can. Sick. Okay, awesome. And then where do I put my? Yeah, that's fine. So the other thing is I set up like alert, an alert box thing, and so it should show up like right next to the chat, but the only way we'll find out is if somebody like follows or subscribes or something. So we'll have to wait to see that, but I'm pretty sure I set it up correctly. I'm like, I don't know. I hope so. Cool new layout. It's a little bit different, yeah. Not too much. I had to get rid of the chessboard because it was just like the idea behind it was going to be like the Subway Surfers, you know, like the Minecraft parkour at the bottom of the screen, for people that were bored watching the speedrun. But it didn't really work out. It was kind of cool. And then I got so many people commenting and questioning it, like, why is there a chessboard in the bottom right corner? And I was like, well, it's kind of for stream so that they could play against me, and then it never really took off. So I got rid of that. What was supposed to be I don't even remember what the rest of the layout is, but I know like the area between my keyboard inputs and the chat is supposed to be for like what do you call it, alerts. I'm gonna get all world records and quit. I hope you do. I hope moving went well. I can't stay for much longer, but best of luck with derusting. Thank you. Very happy to see you back to Willie Snail. It got quite demotivating playing alone. I'm sorry. But yeah, I did have to worry about moving and stuff. But yeah, the move went pretty well. We got like everything done in like 4 hours. Or at least like the physical moving. Communication and whatnot took forever. And it was annoying, and I'm still kind of dealing with it. Like, I still have to call my old place and be like, hey, here's where you can send me the rest of my bill. You know? No more peanut butter and goals, Sag. So my brother made the peanut butter sign. And then I got a new PB, so the peanut butter sign didn't really work anymore. And then I moved my goal. That's what I did. I moved my goal to the, what do you call it? The splits. So you can see like at the bottom of the splits, right above the red area, you can see what my goal is. And then right above that, you can see my PB. So my peanut butter is there. Do you post your streams anywhere literate? Like, oh, okay. Anyway, so yes, this is the Mr. Dance fight. Why is it buffering? Please tell me it's fine. Okay, it's fine. Shoot, I don't know where to put this. Whatever, right there is fine. Maybe I need a third monitor. Or maybe a bigger second monitor, that would work. So there are a couple of strat changes that I've been working on. And I kind of want to go over that. I also want to go over the C17 saga, because that was kind of interesting. But yeah, I'll start from the beginning and I'll go through the strat changes. What is it? This I can never remember. It's A18, right? Yeah, so this level, I used to do the head hitting strat where you go over here. But I decided to try doing this one. And it wasn't too bad. So I'll do that from now on. The boss fight, so A19 is pretty much the same. A20 is a little bit different, but it's like, it's the boss fight, you know? Like, shoot. Okay, well that's unfortunate. I think, did I decide to like stand here and then move, maybe? I don't remember. I usually just do this whole fight on autopilot, so I'll see. Also, is the game sound okay? Does everything sound alright? Let me know. Splitty sucks, yeah. I thought the idea was just like stay here for a second, jump, and then get everything on the left. But maybe I don't remember what I decided to do. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. All of this is the same except for this. I'll try it a couple of times, but let me... Okay. Oh, ads start in a minute. Okay, cool. I get a notification. Oh, shoot. Oops. I'm not super consistent at it yet. There we go. Yeah. But you'll notice, if you're looking at my inputs, I don't have an input for that right press. The reason is because I'm not using my keyboard to do that right press. I'm using a controller, and the reason for that is because I don't remember who it was. Oh, hang on, are ads going? Ads might be going, so I'll wait a second. I don't know, the notification went away. I knew you were gonna add something random. Okay, so I don't remember who, but somebody came into the Discord and was like, all right, here's a really difficult level that I want to see a speedrunner beat. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. I'm not, you know, I don't really play difficult levels or custom levels in general, but I thought it'd be fun. So I tried it out for a bit. And it was fun. Now I'm in ads, okay. All right, I'll wait a second then. All right, are we back? My little notification thing says you're back. I'll assume you're back. Okay, so all right. So if you didn't hear, somebody came into the Discord and was like, hey, I want to see a speedrunner beat my difficult level. And I was interested, and so I played it a little bit. And it was fun. I didn't end up beating it, but I thought it was fun. And then when I came back from playing that level, I saw a conversation between them and Massrock. And Massrock pointed out that on a keyboard, you're like locked to a grid, right? And then they suggested that, or they brought up the fact that you can get like different movement options with a controller. And I was like, I have a controller. I wonder where that could be useful. So the way that I do it, I don't know if my cable is long enough for me to like tilt my camera down, but I have my controller. So instead of it just like being like straight up and, you know, I just like move the stick to the right. So I hold it at an angle and I use this joystick and I can just flick it straight down. And because it's at an angle like this, it's still a right input, but it's not like super far to the right. So you get like a very slight movement to the right. The other advantage of doing it this way is that in my controls, you can see I have right stick horizontal set to jump, which means that I can get an extra jump input as soon as I get that turnaround. So let me see if I can recreate it again. Yeah. So like I'm just flicking down on my controller. And you can see I get that extra jump in there too. But yeah, so it's relatively easy. And I say relatively with like a massive asterisk, but like that's the reason I don't pause buffer that, is because if you get the timing right, it's really not that difficult. That's actually why the glitch speedruns use controller input. Otherwise, the only major glitch is breaking Mr. Dance. Oh, interesting. That makes sense. I hadn't ever looked at the glitch category. Excuse me. But yeah, that makes sense. So I will be going for that for Miracle Dance in runs. Don't know how well it's gonna go because, again, like I said, I'm not super consistent at it. But I do have some backup strats just in case, like, that can happen. Oh, that's not great. Something like that. So you can still get like a 13-second time, even if you fail it. Chapter C. I'm just gonna play through the entirety of Chapter C here because I forget. I came up with a couple of different strats, and I don't remember which levels they were in, so I'll just do a playthrough. This level is the same. Whoops. Although this jump here, I used to wait quite a while to do my second jump for some reason. And you don't have to do that. You can use your second jump relatively soon, and it's still fine. So that's really the only change in this level. This one's the same. I just go for paper plane. Easy. Yo, what's up, I apologize, but that's your name now. Mirhan. Yeah, nothing. Okay, well, I should specify this level because this one is a pain, but let me read this. Just based on what you're saying, that seems like really close to hardware manip, or at least quite a disadvantage for somebody who doesn't own a controller. It's definitely creative, though. Yeah, I mean, I assume it's allowed. Like, I don't think there's anything against using two different input devices. This level's a pain because for some reason I've lost my muscle memory for the ending section. So, like, I think ideally what you would do is you would jump. Maybe I should use my left jump input for this one, or for the first jump. So, like, yeah, that would make sense. So it's like, and then I can just tap left and go all the way through. Because I had been struggling with this level. So something like that, I guess. Except ideally I wouldn't hold left for that long. This is the only channel point reward that is usable currently. Yeah, that's something that I gotta set up still. Hey, if anybody's got any ideas, let me know, because I don't know what to put there. Hydrate, maybe? Stretch? Yeah, nothing new about this level. This level, though, I do have a new strat. By current rule set, no. However, it is essentially impossible to verify / get evidence for, at least with the vanilla game. Okay. So if I were to submit a time using this strat, would it be verified? Because that's really the only thing that I care about. So for this one, so the strat that I was going for is you just like hold jump as soon as the back of Shelly gets to like the end of that last stair step. I'm pointing at my screen as if you can see it, but like right there, right? And you just hold jump until you feel like it's enough, and then you win. So the thing that I'm doing now is I'm jumping basically as soon as possible. I'm doing a short jump like as soon as I'm fully submerged in the currents. I'm letting go of jump and then I'm holding jump again, like right when I'm above a gap in the currents, and I'll kind of show it here. So I just fall, I jump here, and then there I start holding, and then you can let go. And I have found that to be a little bit more consistently faster than what I was doing before. Like, what I was doing before is still fast if you do it right, but I feel like this new strat is easier to get right. Bro, how many... What do you mean ad starts in 30 seconds? We had an ad 2 minutes ago. Three of the current rewards can be used until there's at least one subscriber only emote. So if people don't have reward suggestions, emote suggestions are cool too. Okay. I'll bring it up in the mods chat. For now, as long as nothing gets changed / announced, new PB will count with this. Okay, cool. Awesome, thank you. Oh yeah, the other thing about Miracle Dance is that I bound all of my mouse buttons to jump. So when I'm moving my hand from my arrow keys to my mouse, just in case like I misclick or something, or I hit a weird button, it'll still jump. Okay. Yeah, this one, nothing new. Oh, sweet, pre-roll ads are disabled. Nice. I actually don't like the fact that ads are so frequent. Okay, that's fine. Okay. I changed it so that there should be 1.5 minutes of ads every 30 minutes. I didn't like the fact that it was every 10 minutes. That seems a little bit fast. Strat for this level, so I started doing the jump at the beginning of this level. I honestly don't know if it matters that much, but yeah, especially because like I'm just rubbing up against this wall here. It's not like I'm, you know, trying to gain momentum and make this next jump easier or anything. It's just that. This one, there's not really a strat change. I mean, I try and go direct if I can. So like before, I was almost always trying to get into this current and then move to the right. But if I can, I just try and go direct, which I couldn't there, but you get the idea. This one, so I'm doing a similar thing as CO6, where I hold right and jump at the end and then just tap left. So like I'll do this bit, jump, and then I just tap left. And that pretty consistently allows you to go all the way. I'm trying to do the strat where you let go of jump, you land here, and then do this. Because before what I was doing is I was just holding jump from all the way back here, and so I would hit my head on the ceiling and do that. I'm not consistent at the new strat though, so that's probably a time loss. This one, I don't know what's going on with me with this level. I feel like I'm like super inconsistent at it, especially the beginning part. Of course, now it's not really a problem that I'm trying to show off that it's a problem. Everything's fine, but Anyway. Nothing different on C16. Pretty much the same. This level, C17. Okay, squid. So, this level, I kind of mentioned this in Discord, where I was trying to, I wanted to mess around with the strat where you come over here and you break this block. And now, just out of habit, I'm actually doing the correct version of it. But but before, you would break this block, and then you would break the block to the right. Right. And then presumably you'd make it all the way around and then break the block below that one. But I was doing it wrong to begin with. At first, I was breaking this block and then trying to break the one below it, like that. And then going from here. And then I looked at the world record, and the world record went one block to the right. And that just kind of made me wonder, why aren't they going 2 blocks to the right? Right, so they were doing something like this, where they were breaking those 2 blocks and then going. I was like, why don't they go 2 blocks to the right? Because that just seems like it would be better, you know? Well, it turns out that it is, by approximately 1 second. There's a lot in this level, though. Surprisingly. So there are like 3 main things, because when I got the, what was it, sub 9 or something like that. I posted in Discord and I'm like, yes, I finally got all the tricks. So there are like 3 main tricks to this thing. The first one is at the end, at the very end, when you're breaking the block that's like the exploding block. Let me see if I can do it real quick. So that block that just broke. In an ideal scenario, the jump that you do right above it to like get the volley of bullets, those bullets are what should break the block. Like, let me see if I can actually pull up a video of the run that I did. C17, here we go. Okay, let me show my full screen here. Okay. So I'm gonna go through the 3 tricks in like backwards order. And I hope it'll make sense why. So is it gonna allow me to scrub through this properly? Or is it gonna like skip frames? Okay, it's gonna skip frames. Dang it. But yeah, so like this jump here, so this is where I hit jump. The volley of bullets that come out of this jump are what you want to break the block. Because if they don't break the block, then by the time your other bullets get there, you're like already, you've got too much height, right? Because you've used your jump, you're too far away from the block, it wastes way too much time. So you want to break that last block like almost immediately after you jump. And that's what I just called it an insta break, because it was like, well, you're breaking it basically as soon as you hit the jump button, so it's an insta break. You can get a fast break, which is like 1 or 2 shots after the insta break, but it's still slower. So like you want to break this block with that jump. Yeah, the rest of the levels, you just time the right input. So the other thing is that obviously you want to break that bottom block as soon as possible. And in order to get to it, you have to break the block above it as soon as possible. Which means you got to get there. But if you break it too quickly, you're not going to have enough time to do enough damage to that bottom block before it kills you. Because, like, this is really close. I'm like, okay, don't. Jeez, why are the ads showing so frequently? Jeez, dude. Just give me a second to explain myself. Holy. Anyway, like you can see the place that I jump is like almost touching this broken block. So if you break this block too soon, you're just gonna die here before the block below it gets broken. And so you want to break it at just the right time where it's not too late to where it loses you a bunch of time, but it's also not too early to where you die before you can break the block below it. And in order to do that, let me show this in slow-mo. So, like when I'm over here, right? These shots that are coming down, these are not the shots that break this block. The shots that break the block are the ones that I fired from all the way up here. Because if the block doesn't break by the time you're like over here, then it's too late. Right? You can see I'm still up here. The shots that I had fired when I was all the way up here are the ones breaking the block. But again, you can't like spend too much time up here. Otherwise, you'll break this block too soon. So it's like I don't know exactly how tight the timing is, but it's pretty tight. So you can see, break that block, jump here. I spend a little bit of extra time like on top of this column. Just to make sure that I have enough shots, but then yeah, you can see the block breaks before I even am above it. So that was trick 2, is getting that timing right. Trick 3, I don't know is necessary, but it's just like it makes it easier to do trick 2, right? Because like I said, I spent a little bit of extra time above this column of blocks just to make sure that I fired enough shots to break that one. Right, like you can see I'm so far above it and I'm still within this column here. So you do have to spend a little bit of extra time in this column. And the way that I did it to make it more comfortable is all the way back here. You can hit your head here and like get the downwards momentum so like I double jump there, right? Jump, double jump. I didn't touch the ground, but like I got close enough to the ground to where it preserves my air jump. Right, so I can just go over here and I can still jump in the air. So I'll have like a lower Y coordinate by the time that I get above this exploding block. And as far as I know, it doesn't actually break the block any faster. But what it does allow you to do is it allows you to jump sooner. Because like the ideal location to jump in order to break this block is like somewhere around where I jumped. And obviously if you just hold right, you're going to reach that optimal spot slower. Now, that's not going to result in the block breaking much faster. being down here, but it does mean that you can jump sooner, which means you can start moving to the right sooner. And then it makes it easier to get to here. And so that was trick 3, is getting this head hit just right so that you can get the downwards momentum sooner, but still retain your air jump. So that was interesting. If you get all 3 of those things, then you should just time everything else right, and you should be able to get a sub 9. Easy peasy. Anyway, that was fun. The timer says like 12, almost 13 hours. I legitimately spent that long on this one level. Just because I wanted the sub 9. And it was an interesting grind. I enjoyed it for sure. Being lower actually does save time, even if only for the fact that bullets have a travel time and therefore aren't instantly shooting to their destination. Yeah, but like after, you still have to, if you get above the exploding block sooner, or like at a lower Y coordinate, you still have to hit it after you do the jump, which means the bullets that come out after the jump are going to be higher up and have to travel for longer. So I don't know, like maybe if you get down to the individual frames, it is faster, but I don't know that it makes that much of a difference. I know that it makes the setup for the second trick easier. I don't know. That was what I missed when I first was trying to do that jump, as I only looked into the short-term advantages. Okay, interesting. That's a calming timing equality thing? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it makes a difference. But I went for it anyway, just because I found it to make the rest of the level easier. If it saves time, great. You know. But I would genuinely be interested in seeing a task of that level, because I don't know how many more frames I could have saved, if I'm being honest. It does make a difference, yeah, okay. That's kind of funny then, that I just was doing that strat without really knowing that it actually was better. Because like I looked back at the run to try and find ways that I could save frames, and like I could in theory save a couple of frames in a couple of places, but because of the bottlenecks, I don't think it actually results in an overall time save. I could be wrong, but I would be interested in seeing a task of it. But yeah, that was fun. Oh, the grind for this level was also kind of fun. I thought this would be a nightmare. It was actually pretty interesting. But so the main thing here is there are a couple of timing. There's a couple of timing stuff at the very beginning of the level, and then just some little tricks towards the end. Imagine your time is not task viable, just like the other record you did. Dude, that'd be crazy. I mean, the only thing that I could think of that maybe wouldn't be task viable is like the jump, is the head hit at the beginning, because that felt a little bit weird to me, but I'm pretty sure a task can do that. So like, I'm pretty sure a task could at least tie what I did, you know? So here, if you do your second jump, like when the right side of Shelly lines up with this thing, like the right edge of that thing above you, then you should like almost always be lined up to just hit it directly. Like you can go in this current to make it easier, but you don't have to. You can just jump here and then turn around. Okay, well, I'm doing it a little bit early because I lost my muscle memory, but you get the idea. And then for this, 1528 Derust first run. Nice. Yeah, that's the other thing. As I want to set up a poll, or not a poll, a prediction, to be like, do you think my first Derust run is going to be sub 16 minutes? Only problem with that is that you would have to like end. Wait, is there a time? Hang on. Okay, I'm going to set up submission period. Oh, you can set up a timer. Okay, cool. Okay, I might do that then. When I start my first Derust run, then I'll do that. I'll set up a prediction. I don't think people have a whole lot of points that they can gamble with, but it'll be fun. So the other thing is breaking the block. So you can time this turnaround. If you double jump 3 times here, go back to where you're like right here, like lined up with the right side of the ceiling, and then hold left. That should be just the right timing. So jump 3 times, go back, and then you can get to this area with a little bit of momentum. It doesn't save a whole lot of time, especially if you're not fast. Or like extremely fast, but yeah, so like I went too far there. And then, you know, just hit the 1 block jump. Easy. And then the only other thing... Holy paragraph. Okay. I want to show off the very end thing. And I've done this before, but I figure as long as I'm here, I'll mention it. Whoops. There we go. So the block at the very end. So sometimes there will be a fish that's like on the right side. Like it'll be like right here or something. And that's pretty scary. Because usually that means it'll like be pretty close to you. If you break this block here, it'll get pretty close to you by the time the block actually breaks. So if I'm ever in that situation, I usually break the block 1 to the right of it. Okay, yeah, maybe I need to rethink my timing there because it doesn't look consistent. Or not consistent, it just doesn't look like it works. Oops, I hit the current there. What is that? I've never seen that before. How am I supposed to get around that? What? I just got back to this game and it's already giving me these weird shenanigans. But yeah, anyway, if the fish is like right to the right of here, I usually break this block, and usually that results in the fish dying to that block being broken. So I'll go for that. This, I didn't change anything. I just need to get better at actually doing the level. This one I didn't change anything. I still go for this. As long as it's... I think if you just hold right, it's exactly 6.8. So as long as with the glitch route you get anything under 6.8, then it's technically faster. This level, also no difference. I'm not going to do that because I'll probably fail and it would be embarrassing. The task tools are sadly not usable anymore. Otherwise, I would make that for you. And yeah, underwater tasks is in levels with this complexity faster essentially everywhere. The beginning is definitely possible to replicate. Okay. I'm interested in how your C19 beginning looks because I spend quite a bit of time in ILs for that. C19? Oh, I mean, I have not optimized this level at all. I still do the same thing here. Just that. 10.54. I don't even know what a good time there is. Anything under 11 seconds I consider to be perfectly fine. But yeah, I didn't think it was worth trying to optimize that for a full game run, and I also just haven't tried the IL. Did I change anything in chapter D? I don't think I changed anything. Oh, I did change this, so it's a very little thing, but like when you go into this level, I'm holding right, and then I just do a small left tap to make it a little bit easier, because like I'm not really good at this timing, because like if I just hold right at the beginning of the level and try and time stop holding right like that, it can work, but I'm not confident, especially if my run gets to the point where I'm at this level. Like I don't want to have to time that, so I just do a left tap to make it easier there. That's really the only thing that I changed. And then obviously you actually hit that. I will go for lightning helpy. Consistency on that might be shaky, but I'm gonna go for it nonetheless. And then I don't think anything changed here. Oh, actually, I did change this. So I've been trying to go for the strat where you like you jump on the ooh. Sorry, I'm getting so many more notifications about what my stream is doing. It's distracting. Oh, I missed. I was too far to the left. So I am doing this strat where you come up here and you like jump here. I'm not very good at it, but I will at least attempt it. And then everything else is fine. All right. Now time for the fun stuff. So let me set up a prediction here. Is my first Derust run going to be a sub 16? Keep in mind, I will be going for Miracle Dance and Lightning Helpy. I'll set it to, should it be 5 minutes? People can do predictions. I'll set it for 2 minutes. You can confirm prediction. Oh, okay, sure, yeah. All right, 2 minutes. That'll give you a little bit of time to judge. All right. Gamba. Oh, sorry, I forgot to read your message. At some point, I'll explain something to you. Okay. I forgot to read your message before I started the run. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible streamer. I should turn on my ceiling fan. I thought I missed that jump there for a second. I thought it was 2, 4. Got the 213. Wait, did I set up the prediction wrong? If I set up the prediction wrong, then I'll just cancel it, and everybody gets their points back. No? Oh, fine, okay. Oh, that was awkward. Works. Oh, did my timer work? That's awkward. Oh, that's really awkward. Okay. Turned out fine. Ugh. Okay. Kind of crazy. This is supposed to be a Derust run, right? That's like one of the best chapter A's that I've done. Probably. Okay. Works. I accidentally bumped my mouse. That was late, but I'll go. Was it not late? Am I crazy? I thought it didn't work. Oops. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, dang it. Alright. Backup strats. I died to that? Okay, well, now he just refuses to turn around. Does this work? Okay. We're doing like backup strat number 500. Oof. It's fine. We make it up in the second half. $11 flat. Oh, what? I've never seen that happen before. I bonked on like the second stair thing. Oh, I tried the new strat. Nice. That didn't go well. Whew, that really didn't go well. Make it! Okay. Please. That works. Oops. Oh, that was terrible. I messed that up in like 3 different ways. Oh, that was... Oh my god, it worked. I thought I mistimed it. And then it was fine. And then I messed that up. It's fine. Oh, that was questionable. Please. Oh, this dude. Okay. It's fine. I only lost 3 seconds. I didn't even discuss the strat that I'm doing for this level, but that's what it is. I forgot to discuss the new strat that I had for this level. But there you go. Oops. Ah. Really? Alright, well. Okay! This is fine. All of this was planned and intended. That's how you're supposed to do that level normally, right? Bro. I died there? Okay. I see how it is. Oh, that was slow. Still faster than 6.8 though. Should be fine here. Okay. Out of the boss fight in 9 minutes. Not bad. Oh, dang it. I lost half a second. Runs over. I should reset. That was pretty good. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was gonna make it. Oops. Okay, a little slow. Ooh. That second dude jumped late, so it threw me off. That was, yeah. There we go. Oh, that was... Yeah, I'm not super consistent at that. There's sometimes in practice where I'll lose like 30 seconds to that level. Doesn't feel good, but I'm committed. Worth it. I saved 1 second. And, you know, lost like 10 in the process. But I just saved a second. It was probably more than 10. I don't remember how many times I died. Okay. Missed the jump by 1 pixel. It was more than 1 pixel, but it still feels bad. Oh. Be kind to me, Bart, please. What are... No! I pressed right too early. Dang it. This dude. Okay. Here we go. I'm sorry. I would like a refund. Okay. Please. Please! I made it to 50 seconds. Alright. Hey, at least we're out. That's, yeah. I tried to stay on the platform, but okay, well. Really? Why? What? This is not going well. Sub 16 believers. I don't know. I don't know about that. Please. I said please and everything, and it just... It didn't work. Oh, okay. Oops. Jeez. Where do I go? This was probably the wrong answer to that question, but I'll go this way anyway. I got a practice run where 5 out of the 6 first moves were the slide move. I wasn't on a good pace, so like it was fine, but it was just funny. Wait, hang on. End me skip! We got it! Let's go! And the sub 16. As the only one who predicted, I win. Congratulations. Alright, how do I manage prediction? Here we go. Choose outcome. Yes. Congratulations. You get your points back. Ooh. I mean, somebody has to vote no. Otherwise, nobody gets points. You know? Somebody has to doubt me. It's really easy, I promise. I had a gold split on E12. What? Okay. I wanted, but I realized that I needed to. It was too late. Oh, okay. I set it for 2 minutes. Dang. I went from -7 to +7. Ugh. That feels bad. Oh, okay, I see. Alright. Let's reset this while the ads play. Ugh. Honestly, I'm a little bit surprised it went that well. Especially given the fact that I messed up both Miracle Dance and Lightning Helpy. 4 ads. I'm sorry. I had to. It's either like 4 ads every 30 minutes or 30 seconds of ads every 10 minutes. Like, I don't know that there's any in between. Let me see. Manual. Okay, maybe that's a little bit better. Okay. Nobody saw my run. How'd you do? Just got back. All right. So I changed the ads. So like the main options are I don't run any mid-roll ads, in which case I get pre-roll ads, which means that people just joining the stream get ads, which is not great. So I want the mid-roll ads. My options are like a 30-second ad every 10 minutes, which means you're guaranteed to get an ad during a run. A 1 minute ad every 20 minutes, which is what I have it set to right now, or like a 1.5 minute ad every 30 minutes. 3 minutes per 60 right, or pre-roll. Yeah, something like that. So like I have it set to, or I just now changed it to be 1 minute of ads every 20 minutes. So hopefully that's okay. But we'll see. Because I'm also not going to be doing no reset runs the whole time, so I can't exactly control what's going to happen when. Unfortunately, as much as I would like to do that, it'll force you into pre-roll ads. I could like manually trigger ads, I guess. Actually, that might be a better idea, but I'll set that up later. I'll just do some reset runs, and we'll see what happens. I got a gold split on the snowman fight, which I don't know how that happened, because I thought that level was pretty optimized. Yeah. Moderators should be able to run ads. Like, they should just be able to hit a button to manually run the ad if they wanted to. But like, I have to add that button to my little interface thing, and then I can just manually run ads in between runs, which is probably better. Enter chapter D at 8:33. How did the rest of the run go? Then died. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. What do you expect? You said earlier you were gonna get all of the world records, so I just, you know, the best time the world has ever seen? I don't know, is that too much to ask? Okay. Why? My copy is BS Central. No, of course, I forgot to jump and then it goes, yeah, okay. As long as you don't pass Bart, a run isn't a pace. That's fair. I don't know. I feel like on average, Bart isn't too bad. It's just that, like, you get to Bart so infrequently that when things do go bad, it's just disastrous. It feels bad. Could have been 14-0. Could have been. Literate, do you go for the same Bart strat that I do? Where do you go 1, 2, 3 and then 6, 5, 4? I copied it from Enemy. I'll be honest. I called it my strat, but I just use Enemies. Yeah, obviously. What do you mean, obviously? There's 6 buttons you can press. Do you have any idea how many different combinations of buttons there are? Probably, because it's not like that hard to calculate, but I don't know, maybe you go like 5, 1, 6, 2, 3, 4. It would probably be faster than the 50-second Bart that I did last run, so, you know. Okay. I jumped early because of the conveyor belt switch, and then it messed with my muscle memory. I didn't make the jump! Awkward. Okay. Okay. Dude, I saw that dude on the left. I was about to cry if I didn't hit him. It wanted to escape. Quick starter prediction. Am I going to get out of chapter B? I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that. I'm trying to remember what the longest like timer was that you could set on the prediction. Because I'm pretty sure it went pretty long. Like you could set up a prediction that people would be able to mess with for like 30 minutes or something. The real PB is the friends we made along the way. I actually don't remember what pixel you're supposed to hit the reset button on. Never mind. Why does that always happen? I'm talking about how I don't remember how to pull off a trick in the middle of me successfully pulling off the trick. Like, okay, dude. My mind doesn't know, but my body does. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, that was terrible. Still 0.48. Better than last run. Nice. That was good. 11 flat again? Jeez. How rare is that? Oh, I forgot my... Okay. We're good. I did not do that level correctly, but... it worked. No, I almost missed that. I fully expected to miss. Okay, that was slow. It's fine. Dang it. I forgot to jump. Lamau. I said I was gonna jump and then I didn't. Oh, I missed. Okay. Nice. Oh, that was not great. Okay. Okay. I didn't get the fast break. Sucks. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. That was slow. Okay. Thank you for being here, Mirhan. I appreciate you, as always. I forgot to... Dang it. Ah, that's frustrating. Okay. Lost almost 2 seconds there. That sucks. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Ah. Really? I'm like edging the timing. But I'm getting the exact same jump. Easy. I had to even out the graph, you know? It was looking too green. No backup strat. I said at the beginning that I was gonna go for Lightning Helpy. Did you not believe me or something? Like... I'm gonna get Lightning Helpy. Maybe 2, not 50. If my run doesn't include Lightning Helpy, it's not valid. There we go. First try. That really... Okay. Nice. I don't think I've ever seen that angle before. See, there we go. What is this? Okay. I still got hit by that. Bruh. Come on, man. Okay, that's 2 in a row. Oops. Bro, come over here. Thank you. Squid 2 always ruins runs. Yeah, that was definitely Squid 2's fault. Obviously, I would have PB'd if it weren't for Squid 2, for sure. Ugh. Dang, it was actually kind of close. Only +7? Pulled off enemy skip. Let's go. Missed 1405 realistically. Realistically, I mean, before Lightning Helpy, what happened? What was I? -22. At one point, I was -28. C13 I golded on? What is C13? Oh, yeah. That makes sense. I also got a gold on CO6. Oh, yeah, that also makes sense. It was what, like a 6.9 or something? I also got a gold on Mr. Dance. Dang. 3 golds. Just wasn't meant to be, you know? I don't know what happened, man. It's crazy. Just weird RNG. But we go next. I will get Lightning Helpy. Oops. I was messing with the cable. Like, I kept being impatient. I was pressing the second jump button too soon. And then the rare times where I actually did time the second jump properly, I started the first jump too soon. So then it wasn't lined up correctly. Press the wrong button. It was just all kinds of sad. Also, I'm +1 second. Ugh. How much time am I supposed to save in Chapter A? Like 3 seconds or something? Compared to my current splits? Which are not my PB. Because my current PB I got while I was just practicing, and so I didn't have my splits open. shoot. Okay, it works. Yeah, the cycle's not the same. Forgot about that. Alright, well, we're not plus 1 second anymore. Easy time save. Honestly, don't know why runners don't do that more often. Just reset the game. And then you'll be on world record pace every time. Oh. Oh, that was awkward. Nice. But yeah, no, I want to do some other streams. I was thinking about playing Slay the Spire again. I played it a lot before I got into Will You Snail. And Slay the Spire 2 is supposed to come out sometime this year. But I do still enjoy the first one. Okay. Ugh, that sucks. Oh, I'm supposed to save 6 seconds? Interesting. Okay. Oops. That could have been faster. Still a decent chapter A. Oh, that was almost bad. Okay, it's fine. I don't know why that level always messes with me. Like, I used to have muscle memory for it, and then I stopped playing the game for a while. That was too early. And I lost my muscle memory, and I just have not been able to get it back. Okay. Really? Oops. Don't. Okay. I saw the laser and got scared. I have been screwed over by lasers down there so many times. I didn't want to. Whoops. I didn't want to mess with it. Okay. I was not sure if I was going to land on that block. That drone. Ah. That killed me. And then I didn't get it again. Bro. 2 backup strats. I had to do the backup strat twice. I think your chat is bad at predictions. Ugh. We are all believers and never doubt you. Yeah, something might be wrong with you guys. Like, especially before I get to Chapter C, there is no reason for you to believe in me. Chapter C is my downfall. Like, it's technically a run if I get out of Chapter B. But it's still not a real run until... Oh, that's... yeah, kinds of terrible. I messed up my jump. And then I forgot to jump at the beginning of this level. Don't... Okay. I did not land on the platform like I wanted to. Okay. No! It's fine. No! Oh, I didn't make it. Dang it. Out of ads now. Okay, cool. Don't worry. All you missed was me failing a couple of tricks. So, like, the usual. Could have been better. Oh, I didn't go to the right far enough. It's fine. Please break. Please clap. This fish. It's following me. I'm only down 13 seconds. I can make that up. Okay, maybe not. Jeez. Wow. Ugh. Sub 16 is too easy. Do something lower. Bruh, did you see my first run? The other thing is that I'm not doing no reset runs, so it's not like I can just set up the prediction, right? Because then it's like, okay, well, if I get all the way to Chapter E and then reset on like the second to last level, does that count as a run, you know? I'll only do predictions for no reset runs. Let me get one good run in. And then I'll do another no reset. Because apparently people are itching to gamble. Ooh, okay. which is fine by me. If you've got a gambling addiction, you know, don't even worry about it. I will feed you. I will feed your gambling addiction as much as you want. I should not be saying these things. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I was hoping to like entirely turn off ads, because like I don't have any reason to be making money yet. Cause wow, that block didn't break. That's crazy. Like at a certain point, if I get enough of a following, then like I'll have to pay mods, because then, you know, I don't want people to be doing that for free. That's unfair. Ooh, okay. Easy frame perfect exit. But like, when it's just like 3 or 4 people, you know, I don't need to be making money off of this. Like, I'm good. I just today got a bonus at work. I'm good. Like, would be cool to be, you know, entertaining enough to the point where people are willing to pay for it. But also, I don't need it. But yeah, like objectively, mid-roll ads are better than... Oh, that was way late. Are better than pre-roll ads. So I kind of just have to deal with it. That does not count as a good run. Only after a good run will I run a prediction. What's the other thing? A poll? I can ask you guys a question and I could poll the audience. Was that a 404? Did I lose 0.01 on a hold right level? Okay, well, I just lost a second for that. I shall feed your gambling addiction. I have been working on like a brand new version of Stonebot. And I kind of mentioned this in the announcement that I posted a couple months ago. But I've been doing quite a bit, because there's a lot in terms of design that I wanted to change. And I think the ideas are good. It's just a little bit weird to actually implement. But I feel like I've made some good progress. I've laid a lot of the groundwork. Oops. I'll continue. Okay, well, I won't continue that. Oops. Two-tone bot. Yeah, there you go. This is like... What version of Stonebot is this technically? I had a very primitive version of Stonebot a long time ago, which was like V1. And then what did I do? I think the one that's currently running is like version 3. Because I had one that I wrote in JavaScript. And that was, like I said, a while ago. And then version 2 was when I wanted to switch over to streaming on YouTube. But like I could go on like a 2-hour rant about why the YouTube live streaming API is garbage, but I won't do that. Yeah, so like I originally wanted to stream on YouTube, and so I tried to make Stonebot for YouTube, and it was just a nightmare. And I'm gonna be honest, the only reason I'm streaming on Twitch now is because of that. If it was even slightly more easy to make a chatbot for YouTube, I would be streaming on YouTube right now. Stone 3 bot. There you go. But the one that I'm working on is number 4, so we'll have to come up with another name with the number 4 in it. But yeah, so version 2 was when I tried to make it for YouTube, and that didn't work out. And then this is currently version 3. And I've basically stopped developing version 3, and I've only been working on version 4. And I think it's pretty cool. There's still a lot of stuff missing. But like I said, I've laid a lot of the groundwork. But I'm also working on a bunch of other stuff, and I just moved, so it's like, it feels like I haven't been working on the project in a really long time, which might technically be true, but like, I've also had a valid excuse for not working on it. Yo, what up, Orange Chef? How's it going? Oof. Okay, I lived. Will you snail gamers? That's awkward. It's fine. 881, dang. Please. Okay. We're good. I'm not too bad. Ooh, that's not great. That's really not great. Please. I had a run earlier that very easily could have been sub 14. And then I just got completely rolled on RNG and failed Lightning Helpy 30 times in a row, which is entirely RNG dependent, of course. So, you know, I just kind of got screwed over there. Wow. That was a sad jump. But, you know, other than that, it's not too bad. Very first Derust run was what, like a 1530 something? I don't remember what it was. It was sub 16, that's all I remember. Oh. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. See, like, sometimes I'll hit it on accident, and then other times I just do that. Oof. You know, sometimes I just wish I was a little bit more consistent. Yeah. Please don't. I asked so nicely. I said please. Derust is basically my P. Nuh-uh. Hang on, where's my... What do you mean it's your PB? I didn't think your PB was a 1530 something. Oh wait. Oh, 1524. Okay, it was definitely slower than your PB. I'll say that. I don't remember what it was, but definitely slower. Over here putting yourself down. Come on. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, give me a second. Okay. Ceiling fan is on now. I do that often. Do you think that's a valid excuse? Do you think that makes it okay? Oh yeah, man, I murdered this guy, which is really bad, but you know I murder all the time, so it's okay. Like, come on. Ooh. 0.30. What does world record get in the first level? No? Okay. At least you understand that it's not a good thing. That at least makes me happy. You know, not the fact that you put yourself down, but... Ooh, okay. The first step, 0.38. Jeez. First step in fixing a problem is admitting that it's a problem. Oh, why did I bump my head? Okay. Thank you, Stonebot. Coming in at just the right time with just the right thing to say. Oh yeah, but I was talking about Stonebot. So like, the new design is that I want to make it, because so the current version that I'm using, version 3, you have to hard code the commands. Meaning if somebody else wanted to yoink my code and make their own chatbot, they would have to fork the repository and then hard code their own commands and stuff. So version 4, the one that I've been working on, I'm trying to make it use Python, so that all you have to do is write a Python script and it'll just work. Okay, I'll wait for the ads to stop, but I accidentally hit the jump button. I did it out of habit. I just pressed the jump button, and as soon as I did, I realized it was a mistake. Ugh. All right. No pre-roll ads for 13 minutes. Why is my bitrate so high? I have it set to 6,000 and it's currently 6.1 thousand. It's weird. Because earlier it was telling me that was actually a problem. Because it was 6.1K. And it was like, oh my god, you're sending bits too fast. And now it's 6.1K. Everything's fine. Green light. It's all good. No worries here. Weird. No, don't do that. I keep forgetting I have my mouse buttons bound to like select. Excuse me. Okay. 10 seconds of ads. Ouch. Oh, jeez. My sleeves are leaving an imprint on my arm. All right. Should be back from ads. Wow. 0.30 again. Maybe I'm more consistent than I thought. Would have been funny if I said that at a better time, where there was like a place for me to make a huge mistake and then I made a mistake. Just in your imagination, pretend that was a really funny moment. Am I the world's greatest streamer or what? Guys, just could you do me a favor and just pretend like I'm the world's greatest streamer? Or 60. 4.60. Minus 0.2. Oof. That was weird. Oh no, the time loss. Oh, it runs over. I bonked. Please. I feel like before, when I said please, the game would at least occasionally listen to me. But now, for some reason, it just refuses to acknowledge that I'm being polite. Wow, okay, that's what, like 3 times in a row it's been a 3.30? We got the voice line. We got the voice line. Oh, you know what? That should be an emote. Yo. I don't know how to make it interesting, though, other than just the letters YO. Okay. Yo, Ben Excel! Did I just peak my mic? I hope not. How's it going? First time chat, it says. I swear I've seen you before. Maybe it was just in Discord. Okay, that was a little awkward. That's also awkward. That's a lot of bit awkward. I see a thumbs up. Good, good. Glad you're doing well. Okay, I said... I said after my next good run that I would do another prediction. Maybe I should lower my standards a little bit. Maybe I should just say, you know, any run that makes it out of Chapter A. I'll consider that a good run. Because I feel like it's been a while. I mean, we've made it out of Chapter A, just... Chapter B was not kind. Oh. That could have been so cool. Yeah. What was that? I wish I could explain what just happened, but I don't know. Not good things. Not good things. Did I hit there? Okay. But yeah, I got a new desk too. It's not like technically new because I've had it for a while, like a couple of months at this point. But like behind me to the left or that way, the camera's flipped, so it's like my right side. You can kind of see it behind me as my work setup. And the desk that I'm on right now used to be the one that I was using for work, but this one has rounded edges, so it's much more comfortable to rest my arms on. And then I also got like a giant mat to put on it. I used to show it off when I was doing the blindfolded challenge. Oops. My mouse pad, but it was like, it was a small mouse pad. Like, I've gotten very used to having my mouse on like the highest sensitivity settings because I've had to use, wow, because I've had to use such a small mouse pad. I guess I didn't have to use that small mouse pad. I could have just bought a bigger one. But like, now my entire desk is a mouse pad, so I don't even have to worry about it. Although the muscle memory is still there, so I'm still very much used to like a super high sensitivity mouse. But the mat is starting to wear a little bit around the corners. despite the fact that I've only been using it for like a couple of days. So that's maybe a little bit concerning. But it should be fine, right? Okay. You know what? I'll say after this run, I'll do a no reset. And then we can do a prediction. Wow, that was terrible. That sucks. Okay. I might make it out of Chapter A this time. Please. Okay. It's fine. I only lost like half a second. The one on the right. Why? Why? Don't jinx it. No promises. I can't guarantee anything. Especially if I have a repeat of what happened earlier with Lightning Helpy. If we even make it that far. Oof. Oh my... Okay. Shh. Bruh. I'm bleeding time. Oh, that was late. Dang it. Should be fine. Yeah. Okay, that was weird. Okay, we're fine. I got nervous there for a second. I mean, I never get nervous. I'm the most stoic person you will ever see. I never get overdramatic or emotional. It's never happened, and you prove that it. You can't prove that it did. Oh shoot! Ah. My finger slipped off of the scroll wheel. 16 seconds is still fine. Ugh. It hurts though. Or it was longer than that because I died though. Is it? No, the timer doesn't reset when you die. It just resets when you hit the reset button. Am I losing my mind? Is that right? Ben Excel when Ben PowerPoint walks in. Oh. Okay. I came up with a plan on how to do CO6, and then I just keep not executing it. Because I'm so used to not doing it. It's a little late. It's fine. I remembered to jump. Okay. 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 This is fun. Backup strats? Nope. Please. No, okay, we're fine. That was not great. Oops, that was terrible. So, like, do you see what I mean when I say that a run isn't a real run until I'm out of Chapter C? Like, this is just tragic. Please. Okay. Nice. That second fish easily could have killed me. Oh. Please. Dang it. I'm +3. How much is this? +3, 8. Still doable. Ooh. Nice. Ooh, okay. It's almost 25. It's not bad. This fish. It's fine. I didn't almost die to that fish. A run isn't a real run until you stop the timer. You know what? You have a good point. Is it just me, or did that take longer than it should have? Yeah, I lost 0.2 on that. Weird. What's my best possible? 1358. All I have to do is play the best levels that I've ever played ever. And then I'll get a sub 14. Uh-oh. Literate, why are you quitting? Okay. So about the whole doing the best that I've ever done. I think it's over. Ooh, I think it's definitely over. Can we technically still PB? Maybe. Best possible. Oh yeah, no, never mind. Okay, we're doing a no reset run after the ads that are gonna be playing in 30 seconds. Literate, why do you quit? What happened? What I said is not a joke, by the way. Me, after watching way too many celebrating too early competitions. Ooh. Yeah, those are really satisfying to watch. Maybe it shouldn't be satisfying, but it is. Yo. Dang, that's the second time today we've gotten a yo. Okay. Turn around! Dang. And then, yeah, this shot pattern is just awkward. 20 seconds. Do I have to, like, wait longer? Oh, that's terrible. Oh, okay, well, I waited a little bit too long. I don't get it, man. Nope. Dang it. I don't get it. Like, am I too slow? Am I too fast? I don't know. Okay. Still 13 seconds? Oops. Messed that up. You need to use scroll wheel up and down. I do. And it's not enough. I have 1, 2, 3 also bound to jump, so I'm scroll wheeling and spamming jump. Also, I thought I got a notification that ads were going. Are ads over? Oops. Dang it. Yeah, ads ended? Okay. Can you show me your controls? Oops, this one. Mouse wheel up and down, right stick, all of the mouse buttons, and 1, 2, 3. Maybe your scroll wheel sucks. Maybe. It's entirely possible. I can always get enough bullets. Interesting. Alright, come over here, dude. So like, I get the dual stream, and then just occasionally it'll only do one shot, which is why I try and also spam 1, 2, 3 just in case. But I feel like sometimes it just doesn't line up at all. Oops. Yeah, see, like the single shot was much more frequent, I feel like. And I don't really know what I did differently. No idea what I did different. My streams don't look like that at all? Really? Interesting. Are they like more dense or something? Oops. Should I? Maybe that's the play? didn't seem to do anything. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know. Anyway, let me put up a new prediction. Wait, what? Oh, glitch. Okay, I'm just gonna return everybody's points because I don't remember what happened with that one. Okay, I'll go 30 seconds fewer. Will I get a sub 1530? I'll give you 5 minutes this time. Got it. I'm gonna do a no reset run and then I'll take a look at your stream literate. All right. I'm responsible with my crayons. Does that mean you voted no? I think technically, if I get exactly 1530, I would have to pay out the doubters. Because the question is, am I going to get less than 1530? Not that that would happen. But I feel like it'd be funny if it did. If I got exactly 1530 and then I had to pay out the doubters still. Okay. Of course, I am in charge of the predictions, so I can just simply choose whatever outcome I want. And nobody can stop me. Oh, that's terrible. Whew. Almost thought I died there. Whoops. Rigged. What? No, I would never rig anything. You need to say less than or equal to. I mean, it's never actually going to happen, right? Surely I wouldn't ever get exactly 1530. It's funny that it highlights that message for me too, because it has my name in it. Oh, that was early. I don't know, I'll go. Yeah. It was early, but I don't think I could have corrected for it. Should be fine. Okay. I didn't know what to do there, so I just went in the safety hole. Please. Okay. We actually have some different voters. Somebody might actually gain points this time. Oh! Got it. I will proceed to never replicate that ever again. Easy minus 17. Not looking so good for the doubters now, is it? Nice. Okay, that wasn't good. Time on that level was 666. That was not a good omen. Okay. No, I thought I could make it. I accidentally used my air jump, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll just make it all the way. Dang it. Oops. That works. Okay. No. Oh. Tragedy. Whoops. This is awkward. No, please. Okay. I couldn't tell which direction to go. Okay, maybe it's not looking so bad for the doubters anymore. Why is it always chapter C? This chapter sucks. Can we have a category that's just like full game minus chapter C? Stop hitting the ceiling. Okay. Surely. Never mind. Okay. What is this? Why are the fish right there? I gave them too much time to meander, and now they're in my way. The one time that I hit Miracle Dance, it turns into this. I'm only +9, but like, that's not great. 1313. Is there even enough time? I can technically get a 1402. I just have to play perfectly the rest of the game. Sub 18, nice. Oh. Oh. That was terrible. Wow. Oops. Please. I'm falling apart, dude. I'm falling apart. Average looking literate run. I pressed the right button. Watch the replay. I promise. I pressed the right button. I'll wait for the bubble. It was close. Ah, dang it. Come on. I can't even get the lightning helpy. Jeez. What? Bruh. What was I doing wrong? Explain. Somebody tell me. I'm doing circles around it. This is great. This is a good idea to do a no reset run. Yeah. According to the sub-pixel alignment, it didn't land. I hate when that happens. Ugh, I bonked. Run's dead. That was weird. Please. Okay. Dude, the spike at the end dropped both times. How? Also, was that a gold? How is that not a gold split? What is this? What? There was no gap. Where was the gap? Well, that could have been better. Of course. Of course. I get, like, the best RNG possible. That's tragic. Also, in Parallel Universe C193, you actually did get it first try, but lost the run to Squid 2. Okay, we pulled off enemy skip. Let's go. That's wild. Believers! Alright. Let me pay you out. Yes. Alright, I think Literate was right. I do have to set it to like 15 minutes or something. Alright. Go to 3416. Let me see. $34.16, and then let me show my screen here. Okay. We're going to talk about what happened in Parallel Universe B0294. You got a 2138. Alright, what happened here? I acknowledge that I saw what just happened, but also what just happened. Am I crazy? That seems way faster than mine. I got it first try. Okay, so like where, hang on. Where was he when you started spamming jump? He had like just landed. Am I too late? Or am I just legitimately slower? Hang on, let me try it again. Oops. Oh. I forgot I did enemy skip. that was funny. How are you scroll wheeling? So I tried like, I don't know how to, here, let me try and my mouse cable is not actually that long. Does this show up? Hang on. I reached for my mouse while I was holding it up to the camera. Okay, hang on. Let's go here. Okay. This should reach, right? So, like, I tried using, like, my entire finger to go down and then back up and just, like, something like this. Okay, you can't see that. Cool. Like, I have been just, like, going as fast as I can. I don't know if that's any better or not. I don't know which way to do it. I also get way more constant double stream of bullets. Just scroll wheel notched or smooth. Mine is notched. Middle finger, then go up and down. Go up and down and alternate. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like I am using both scroll wheel up and scroll wheel down. Is that what you mean by alternate, or do you mean something different? Yeah, no, I go both directions. Let me switch back to the game. Why is it only in practice that it works? Notched is slower since notches fight against your scrolling. Alright guys, I'm getting a new mouse. Come on. Maybe it's the mouse? It could be. I mean, it's not that old, but I've had it for a while, I suppose. But notched is like, it locks into place every, I don't know, a couple of millimeters. It's not a very, like, strong lock, but I don't know how to explain it. Yours is notched. It is also possible that my mouse is just bad. And it occasionally drops inputs, but I don't know. I don't know if there's a way I can test it. Oops. Turn around! Oh. We gotta stop blaming the equipment. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's definitely my mouse. I don't know what to tell you. Ouch. I don't know what to tell you. No, but like I did the keyboard test, right? Where like you try and see how long you can hold the button for, just to see if I could get the 1 frame input. And it, like, I can get a 1 frame input. But when I did the tester thing, it was like, there was almost a soft limit on 22 milliseconds. Like, I could get 22 milliseconds exactly so many times. I'm not saying it definitely was my keyboard holding me back. But, you know... I'm not gonna rule it out. But seriously, I have no idea what I was doing differently in the times that I succeeded versus my last run. I felt like I was doing exactly the same thing. It's a little bit awkward. It wasn't even close. Like that was just terrible. I'm gonna turn down my ring light here in a second. I had it on full blast because there was a bunch of light coming in through the windows. So my camera kept picking up the background instead of my face. But now that there's not as much light. That helped a little bit, but I'm still like... I still kind of look like I'm glowing. Oh, my timer didn't reset? Dang it. Oops. That was good. 0.68, yeah. If only my timer was working. That was just my bad. I messed that up. I feel like I need to... I should practice that fight. Yo. That's the third time today. Should I jump immediately? Stuff gets stuck up at the top. Something like that, maybe? Okay, that seems to work better. Oops. I went too far to the left there. I'm glowing. Okay. That's a much better strat. Let me reset my timer, because that's annoying. Okay. Oop. Been live for almost 3 hours. 0.62. Oh, yeah. Never mind. I did bonk. Oh. That's tragic. How much did I lose? A second? Ugh. Well, there goes my PB. Oops. It's fine. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna make this up in the second half. I'm already down almost 2 seconds and losing more. Oops. Oh, apparently I'm in the green now. Okay, cool. Exactly as planned. Okay. Thank you, Stonebot. What other kind of stuff should I stream? Would anybody be interested in... I mean, I'm sure somebody would be interested in a game dev stream. But what about just, like, working on Stonebot? Because I think I mentioned that also in the announcement I made on Discord a while ago. But just out of curiosity, would that be interesting at all? I feel like game dev streams are good because they're more creative. Whereas Stonebot would just, I don't know. I feel like it could be fun, but what is that? Oops. Ouch. Ad break. I'll give it a couple of seconds. Hi, yes, very much so interested. Really? Working on Stonebot? I just want to be clear, because okay, well, I'll wait for the ad break to do that. Here we go. I can do a poll. There we go, okay. I started a poll. Cool. Okay. Ads should be over. I put up a poll. No, don't do that. God. I keep forgetting I bound my my left click to that. I delved into the code of Stonebot. What makes you think I wouldn't like a development stream of it? I don't know. I will say that the code. Okay, so I don't know what code you delved into, but the code of current Stonebot is a little bit messy. That's one of the things that I definitely improved on in the version 4 that I'm working on. Because I had an idea for what I eventually ended up calling the app cache, where it was like a bunch of stuff that would automatically refresh whenever, you know, like an access token went or expired, or like, you know, some configuration file got updated. And so I tried to make everything built around the app cache, and that was just a terrible idea. Not that it's a terrible idea in general, it's just that I didn't have like the best design. I didn't have the interest of the project in mind, you know, if that makes sense. It was just I had an idea for a cool thing, and I tried to build an app around that instead of building the app in a way that makes the most sense for the app. But also, like, it's very clear that the Twitch chatbot API is like not really meant for like a desktop application, just given the fact that, or just like the way that credentials are handled. It's like very much designed for the bot's credentials to be stored on a server, and then people can just like request that the bot enter their chat. You know, like Nightbot is like all one bot, and you can, you know, when you make an account and set up Nightbot, it's just the Nightbot that does everything. It's not like your own version of Nightbot, if that makes sense. Which is very much what the Twitch API is built for. Like, you can... Whoa. Can I still make this? No. But, like, obviously you can still make your own bot. It's just... it gets a little bit weird. I absolutely saw how messy your code was. It was terrible trying to figure out what was going on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to see that. I tried starting to implement features after not having worked on it in a while, and I realized that it was just terrible. I apologize that you had to look at that. It's actually been so long since I've looked at even the newest version of Stonebot that I don't know if it's any better. I'm pretty sure it is, because like the current version of Stonebot is just, it truly is an absolute mess. A masterclass on how not to work on a project. Just because it was terrible doesn't mean it also wasn't fun. That's a good point. Now I'm trying to remember if it was actually fun to work on that. If I'm gonna be honest. Nah, it was fine. I definitely do prefer the version that I'm still working on, though. If you really wanted to, I think... I'm pretty sure my local is still updated with what's on GitHub. So, like, if you wanted to take a look at the most recent version, or, like, the version that I've been working on, I think it's in a branch called UI Rework, or something like that. Because version 3 is using the game engine Godot, or Godot, however you want to pronounce it. What is this? And I'm using that purely for the UI. Because it's just so easy for me to crank out a good looking UI. This is surprisingly not a terrible chapter A. And so I did that. I used Godot. And I don't know if, like, I just didn't build it correctly or what was going on, but so the final executable, that's not what I should have done. Like, it all builds to a single exe file, which is like 177 kilobytes, or 170,000 kilobytes. So like 170 megabytes. And like half of that is ooh. Okay, I'm gonna reset. And like half of that is completely unnecessary. It's just bloat from having used a game engine to render UI. So version 4 uses I don't know what to call it, a library, a framework, whatever. It's called Avalonia. It's a .NET C# package for UI stuff. It was fun to see how each feature twisted around the code base to accomplish a goal. Even if everything was twisting around a labyrinth. Yeah. I don't know necessarily that the current version is much, or version 4 is much better. Again, I don't remember a whole lot of I don't remember a whole lot of the code base because it's been a while. But yeah, so it uses Avalonia, and I think I mentioned before that the idea is that you can write Python scripts instead of hard coding the commands and stuff. And so I'm using a package called Iron Python, which basically just allows you to run Python like within .NET. It's kind of weird the way that it works. And the idea was to make it as user-friendly as possible. So much so to the point where you wouldn't even have to have Python installed. Why? My mouse wasn't in the window. Okay. To the point where I would just like embed a Python interpreter into Stonebot so that the user wouldn't even have to install Python themselves. They could just write code. And that's at least the way that it currently works. And I don't think I'm a huge fan of that. I think I'm much more leaning towards having the user. The poll seems pretty conclusive. Yeah, 100%. I'm leaning more towards just having the user be responsible for their own Python environment, and then Stonebot will just use whatever version of Python that they've installed to run the script. But there's still like some quirks with the way that Iron Python works. I still have to look into it, but like that's the idea, is that I want to be able to just write a script or like write some code to a file, and then Stonebot will automatically pick up on it, and like I won't have to change any of the code or restart the application or anything. It'll be a new command. There are also a significant number of bugs that I fixed in version 4. I don't know if it... Well, maybe I shouldn't say significant number of bugs, but there was one really big one, and it was a pain to fix. Because it required a lot of changing the way that the core of Stonebot functioned in order to accommodate for it. But I did do it, and I'm glad that I did. Whoops, I held the wrong direction. Because I think the code base overall is better for it. Okay. I think either this or the one after this is going to have to be my last run, because I am losing focus, getting tired. Ooh. Okay. This one's my last one. Meanwhile, I would somehow find a way to make an entire bot within a single code file. Without methods. I've seen this done with nearly every project I've coded. Are you okay? I don't mean that in a mean way, I promise. Yes, okay. I'm glad you're okay. You being okay makes me happy. But yeah, so out of curiosity, Glitch, have you seen the devlogs that I made about a part of you? Because I saw that you mentioned it in Discord. And I don't remember who has and has not seen those videos. Because they're very old. And it's like... It is my quote-unquote dream game. I accidentally tapped the jump button. You know, I'll do one more. It is my dream game. And I've tried to make it several times. And every single time, I make the same mistake that I made with Stonebot, where I have an idea for a cool concept. Okay, this is the last run, I promise. I have a cool idea, or I have an idea that I think is cool as like a way to program an application, and then I focus completely on that instead of designing the program in a way that makes sense for the program itself. And so I did the exact same thing with A Part of You, and I've done it several times now. Where I just like lock myself into a specific design for the entire project, and then it just doesn't work because I'm not considering the needs of the particular project. And so I feel like I should start over again, because the code that I wrote for those devlogs, again, it suffers the exact same issues. It's a mess. It's over-engineered for the wrong use case. Okay. Oh, that was bad. Oh. I said this was the last one. All right, I'll whatever. I'll keep it going, I guess. No, come on. This is the last run, I promise. I might have seen a few minutes, but I remember nothing. Okay. Do you have a GDD? I don't remember. But you're right. I do need one. I do have a Google Drive folder filled with a bunch of stuff related to the game. What I think I would benefit most from is a TDD, which gets into the more technical side of the design, as per the name. That might be good. Nice. But we got ads, so I'll pause the conversation. I don't have my timer pulled up. What is that? I thought it would... Okay, you know what? I can't continue that run. It was already a not so great chapter A. I can't. I failed. It was terrible. Ugh. Yeah. What was I saying? I don't even remember. We were talking about a part of you. So like, yeah, I need a design document, but I am still very bright. Can I turn this down any farther? I can. Okay, that's a little bit better. Whew. Interesting. Have I been that pale this whole time? I mean, I know I'm a ginger, but like, come on. Yeah. And really, I mean, so I will say, the whole game has basically revolved around this idea that I had for a dungeon generation algorithm. Because I had the idea for the algorithm first. And then I was like, well, now that I've got the algorithm, I've got to put it somewhere. And so then I started coming up with ideas for the game. And I started really enjoying the ideas that I was coming up with the game, that I was coming up with for the game. English is my first language, I promise. And so it very quickly started to become my quote unquote dream game. I do have an idea for another game that is also like one that I would really, really enjoy making. But yeah, I really need to make a design document, and that's kind of what, I don't know how to phrase it, but like I don't like making design documents, even though I know that it's just objectively like beneficial to the progress. Yeah. I wish it wasn't such a pain, but it does need to be done. It's the other idea that I had for a different game was like an RPG satire. Is satire the right word? I don't know, but it's like, so you play as a slime, right? Slimes typically like the beginner enemy, the first thing that you fight in every RPG, right? Not every RPG, I'm over exaggerating. But so you play as a slime. And you have to go around and help NPCs with quests because adventurers all over the place are like breaking into houses and stealing people's stuff, or like, you know, kidnapping people that they saved from other kidnappers. And so it's just like a complete 180. You flip on a head, flip the RPG genre on its head, you know, kind of make fun of everything that makes an RPG an RPG. So that would, I think, be a fun game. But yeah, and I don't know if a part of you suffers because the dungeon generation algorithm was the thing that I came up with first. But like at this point, I've written so much of the lore and I have a decent idea of the core game mechanics to the point where it's like, I don't know. I do need a design document so I can write all of this stuff down, but do I have to? I know I should, but I don't want to. All right. And then there's Forsynth, which also suffers from the exact same problem that I've had with like every single project that I've worked on, where it's like I have an idea for this cool way to design a project, and then I force the project to be designed in that way instead of designing the project in the way that makes the most sense for that project. I have a problem. If you couldn't tell. Well, I've got a few, but that's one of them. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That'll be it for the stream. That was interesting. A bit of a mess to begin with because of messing with ads and stuff. And that's a lot. Yeah. I'm excited about all of it though. Like I really want to work on it. I just actually have to do my due diligence, you know. But yeah. See everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a good one. Right on time, Stonebot. What a fantastic quote also. Wow. Okay. See you later. Goodbye. Have a good one.